Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast. Welcome to Langresgaya on the Eastern Front. Let's go through the players. Represent the Soviet Union, we are Blockmaster, without a commander choice yet, and straight out the gate for Waffen-SS Panzer Tactics, we have Stockler Mulvey, the main developer of Spearhead 2 mod at the moment. Going straight at the gate with Hitler Youth instead of Sturmgrenadiers. I like to see this, okay. Let's see what they do with the Hitler Youth. So the commander choice yet from Blockmaster, they might be waiting to see what the enemy has gone. Generally a wise choice sometimes, especially in a 1v1. But as SS, if you can go for like a cheaper infantry, like you're interested in that, you should always do it early, I feel. Like, going for the Hitler Youth, definitely gonna give the Germans a little bit more field presence than they normally would have, because the Hitler Youth are just cheaper. And I don't think they're that marginally different, combat-wise. Well, of course, they aren't as accurate, but they have basically the same loadouts. Except the squad leader has an MP4 instead of a Sturmgewehr, so I don't think that's noticeable that much. Overall, it's a pretty decent squad. I highly recommend using the Hitler Youth sometimes. Yeah, we have double sappers for Blockmaster, okay. And moving up to secure... No, they're actually not securing all their cutoff points. That is an intriguing way of going about it. Oh, and the Sturmpioneers got some shots into these sappers. Cool, Wagner and MG42 coming out as well. Looks like we have early Frontoviki coming out for the Soviets. They're going to rely more on some trained infantry better than just conscripts, which is always a good idea sometimes. Depends on your playstyle, really. You can do either as Soviets, really, so it's all up to how you want to play. Cool, Wagner's driving around here with an MG42. Oh, surprising these sappers. You can already hear the Urang nearby. Not gonna be able to pin them yet, so the Soviets are able to take the point. And Frontoviki now on the battlefield. Frontoviki, I think, should beat the Hitler Youth in a straight-up fight with cover to cover, but out in the open like this, I think the Sturmpioneers are gonna mow down. Hitler Youth is also nearby now. And that Frontoviki out in the open is not gonna survive that long at all. And now we actually have a Sturmgrenadier squad coming up behind us, as you can see here. Looks like the Germans have decided to call in some more elite troops as well to supplement the Hitler Youth. Hitler Youth can have incendiary grades, by the way, so they're actually good in urban environments. Too bad this is not much of an urban environment. Hitler Youth rushing forward. Bulwagen lost its gunner. Incendiary going into the building, nice to see. That's in front of it. Oh, very nice throw. Oh, we have a command choice. Looks like it is gonna be rifle. Okay. SS Panzer versus Soviet rifle. So the Soviets are gonna get a lot more infantry resource to work with. But you see how it turns out for them. So we really need to get this point so they actually aren't cut off resource-wise. There we go. Now the Soviets are actually getting resources finally. Waffen-SS is definitely getting a lot of shots in here. Panzer's trying to get shots in too. Maxim coming out here for the Soviet Union. And now Kugelwagen and the Sturmgrenadiers on the flank. Good to see also the units are spread out between the cover. You don't want to be clumped up if you can avoid it. Ooh, that's gotta be a risky place to set up a sandbag in placement, as the Hitler Youth can shoot at you. Maxim setting up. Not shooting anyone there though. Hitler Youth there gets hit. Force them back. That Frontoviki might die though. Oh, they're getting reinforced from the building. Guess they're still in reinforced range of the base. So the Soviets at least going to be able to keep a hand on their cutoff points, so that's something. Early tech up coming out here for the Waffen-SS. Well, not even really early, but just very good timing. Well, because the Waffen-SS has done a pretty decent job early game here. So we still hold their southern fuel though, so they're fine. The Germans might try to stop that soon. Here's the first truck. Let's see if they go for the infantry command or the light vehicles. Looks like it's going to be the infantry command. Gave me a good idea for healing early on. Hitler Youth are going to try and keep... Free Hitler Youth are going to try and keep the Soviets at bay. That's not going to work. Yeah, they're pulling back now. Those are going to sender. Fontoviki coming up. Pull back down to Overwatch here. Grenadiers on the southern flank here. Currently using the same model as the Fox, as the Hitler Youth. I was hoping we'd get to see the new models or uniforms being used, but it's not my knowledge of how you implement them, so I just wish it would be a little bit easier to do, so we can get some of the new uniforms in the last patch of Family of Heroes 2. MP40Is equipped with the Storm Pioneers, allow them to suppress with MP40s. Lots of very good automatic weaponry choices here for them. Looks like we have an MG42 being prepared here by the Waffen-SS. Sturmgrenadiers are doing pretty well in long-range firefights when it's cover-to-cover fighting, so it's the kind of environment they want to be in. MG44 set up here on one Hitler Youth squad. They just lost one model, but the Fontoviki has to pull back. Soviets are also securing the northern field though, so the Germans are going to have some field problems. Hitler Youth moving to get on another angle. EPM has been equipped on one Fontoviki, which I don't think the Sturmgrenadier wants to walk into. Yeah, that's going to mow them down quickly, so they have to pull back. Legal Mine being like quick. Will be able to get it off. And they will, very nice. It's gonna be a problem in the future, hopefully. Soviet spotted there though, and they are getting a minesweeper. More conscripts are coming onto the fields. MG42 is holding here. Conscripts are trying to get around it. There's also cool mine to hold. And the base defenses. Bolts back off. Oh, yeah, hitting right in the MG42. But they can relocate it, so not too bad. Max is set inside this center building. The more Fontoviki gonna be coming in. Like, Soviets going rifle in a small game is definitely good for resources, because rifle just gets more manpower to work with, I'm pretty sure. Lots of conscripts rushing forward here with an Ura. I don't think this Hitler Youth squad is going to be able to hold them back. And it's a Molotov. And well, there's also fighting up here with Hitler Youth overrun this building. Having been equipped with MP40s. Hitler Youth on the southern flank did get killed though. Germans have managed to take up light vehicle support, however, which could end up being a big deal, I think. Because they could invest in the looks. They just need 5 command points, which they'll soon have. They are on 4 command points at the moment. Oh, Regal Mine went off! Because remember, German mines can trigger if you disarm them. So the Regal Mine going off there was very lucky. We also are seeing the looks, good to see. That might be a potential problem for the Soviets if they don't get an AT gun. Good play here from the German players so far, despite having lost a lot early. Here's the looks. Panzer II, armored with an autocannon. I think this is like the modernized version of the Panzer II, basically. Looks. Because the old version looked very different in the turret, to my understanding. MP40 hand out here to the Sturmgrenadier to get them some more automatic firepower. The Germans don't have a lot of infantry anymore. All the Hitler Youth squads have been killed. Luke's now revealing itself here. Should avoid getting too close to the Monteviki. Well, the sandbags are covering them. But it looks will slowly get shots in. Lots of Soviets hold up here in the center. Spindler going out. Aim for the Maxim, good to see. Almost killing it. Luke's making a move. Versus as Panzer is also being prepared here now by the Mthis. So it's not getting any new units yet. Storm Grenadiers might be in trouble due to the DPM. Minefield in the center. So they're using fanaticism at the moment, making them fight harder, but they are easier to be hit. Luke needs to make a move, I think. Yeah, that Storm Grenadier might die here. Francis throw a smoke grenade, but they should have thrown him out. That's actually a normal grenade, actually. Very nice. Although it didn't do that much. Luke's is making his moves. Now, the Luke's is going to be very deadly here. There's a T-70 coming out, which I think can fight the Luke's. We also have a command F1 arriving for the Panzer Tactics. That's also going to help. And yes, the first SS Panzer Grenadiers on the field now. Very good unit, can be equipped with a lot of nice stuff. Although I rarely see people ever go for full MP40. It also actually allowed them to suppress, simply because of the sheer amount of MP40s. They go for Sturmgewehrs, not a big surprise. They go for the non-scope Orion, which is nice to see. People didn't just go for the scope one first of all. But with the changes to Sturmgewehrs, I think I know that stock knows what they are doing. Because now the normal Sturmgewehr should be good at medium range only, or something. It's not the best weapon anymore as it used to be. Especially not the scope Orion that was like able to mow down everything. Ooh, F1 getting some good shots in there. Yeah, seeing a Pack 40 also being prepared. We have a Syscon coming out for the Soviets as well. E70 needs to be cautious. I don't think it can fight an F1. Despite only have 25 less armor than it. E70 has to be very cautious here. MG4 to set up here in a very good position on the hill, behind the bushes. Looks like it's going to plan to relocate though. Ah, it's stuck in ambush mode, so it cannot move actually. D70 moving in for a flank. Oh, got a flanking shot there, the Lukes! But F1 takes it out in one shot.
We are suffering vehicle losses.
Syscon setting up. Got a good shot there on the F1. F1 now.
Heavy armor has been lost.
Nice job there from the Soviets. Second, Syscon coming out and more Monteviki.
Fresh guards troops are standing by.
They need the infantry. Artillery shots going in, probably aimed around the MG42. There we go. Good shot at that. MG has to get out of there, I feel. Yep, and there it goes. Command team is still around, however. Germans are trying to push into the southern flank here. Panzer Grenadiers with the Sturmgewehr getting up behind cover. Monteviki is pushing them though.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
You can see the Sturmgewehr is still not bad. It's still a really good weapon, as you can see. Mowing down the Monteviki in seconds.
We have made the ultimate
It's just best at medium range now. As you can see, they lose to the Monteviki there with the DPM over longer ranges. Like, you don't want to storm people with automatic weaponry. That's not how you do stuff. Trying to charge into MP40s or Sturmgewehrs is generally always a recipe for death. Second Panzer Grenadiers with more Sturmgewehrs on the field here. Could get MG42s on top of this or Gewehr 43s. If they want to be specialized for medium range at the best, I would say get the Gewehr 43s. Gewehr 43s are fairly cheap, and they overall just improve the firepower of the squads who ask them. Overall, I rarely see people go for Gewehr 43s. But I think they want the MT42 because that's a really good combination. The MT42 is always a good choice to have if you're going to be stationary a lot. Hansky just has to decide where they want to go. Lux has been prepared for battle again. We'll to see the Panzer issues last hour.
Standing by for setting of command post.
Halfstone Furious calling in some kind of artillery strike.
Enemy fire! Enemy fire!
And that's a lot of DPMs coming his way. Artillery landing around here is going to be quite heavy, I think. Pulling back, they might not survive that. Yeah, they might actually. It looks like the Halfstone Fury himself is going to get out of there. Pass Gladius and Stormpine just moving up here. Siscon could use an artillery strike. Oh, that was a Molotov actually. Great assault in the way. Pioneers could also be equipped with more MP40s, give them even more automatic firepower. But the Siscon is lasting a lot longer than normal, as you can see. But it might soon be decrewed. There it goes. Also, it's moving up to just provide firepower. You almost start running out of men down there. And now the Lux is preparing to move up. This has been recruited, but the Lux just focuses down the crew every time. Lux is pretty dangerous, by the way, as you can tell. He can deal with a lot of light vehicles and infantry on its own. Siscon has turned though to face if it gets around that building. It's actually been auto hold fire, very smart. They want to get the most opportune chance to get it. There we go, it's been spotted. It's been targeted down too. Oh, that's not good. The service is taking heavy losses. Ooh, will they be able to survive for much longer? Because this Lux is being very aggressive. Getting a lots of kills of the Soviets here. With its machine guns and its autocannon. Well, actually only one machine gun. It has an MG34 and an autocannon. And destroying the AT guns. Taking a little bit because the autocannon is not as high caliber. I think it has to reload. There we go. Well, maximum auto hold fire to stay hidden. Very smart. Got a Siscon coming out as well as a heavy mortar. You have the Halfstone Furious heading down to secure the fuel by looks of it. You could probably be redrawn for a small resource refund, I think, and get the tank back.
Mortar team has arrived. The enemy is encroaching.
Here comes this gun and a heavy mortar behind it. The heavy mortar here is a very potent weapon in a prolonged game. Play artillery going overhead. Not sure from who. Oh, it's from the Soviets. Yeah, that looks has to back off now. Don't want to stay when it's in cis range. Companies might go down. Yeah, they get both down there by the Maxim. Now the Soviets playing as rifles at least going to give them a lot of, well, resource to recuperate with. Heavy mortars now firing. Heavy mortar aiming around the MG42 in the center. Honestly, probably a good choice. That's forced the MG42 to move. Don't want to get hit by a 120mm mortar shell. Very inaccurate, but if it hits, it does a lot of damage. You know, the Lux is still being a menace here, until we're called in by the Halfstormführer. And Panzer Grenadiers are moving around as well. There's still mines. The Soviets are not having the easiest time here. What's this gun surviving for the Soviet Union? And another Maxim being prepared as well. New Sturm Pioneer being called in by the Waffen-SS. Waffen-SS have also taken up for Panzers. They could get a Stuk or a Panzer IV, or they might just be saving for a Tiger by the looks of it. They almost have the fuel for a Tiger, so... Panzer Grenadiers trying to push up here. Sturmgewehr definitely worked out there. Maxim will start turn to open fire on them. And the Soviets are still having trouble just getting out on the field and getting points by the looks of it. This Lux is just doing so much work, and indeed, we are gonna see a Tiger tank. That's gonna be very scary for the Soviets to deal with. If they even can deal with it. And Lux is just getting shots in bit by bit. Fancy veterans are free at the moment. This has become a very veteran Lux team. Lux team. And you opening fire.
Regiment advises. Infantry ready to utilize breakthrough tactics.
And the Soviets are definitely feeling the hurt at the moment. Let's see. The Tiger tank arrives. That's definitely gonna be something I don't think the Soviets can handle. Unless they get really lucky. Germans will split up to just keep an eye on the front line. Now they're waiting for the Tiger, I think, before committing to a push. Indeed, we are seeing MT-42 on top of the Sturmgewehrs. That's a really good combination for stationary. Sturmgewehrs will really hurt the Soviets if they rush, and the MT-42 will just suppress them and work well at long range. Here we have the Tiger tank. Oh, Maxim killed 2 of the squad there quickly. Big Soviet infantry push coming for the southern flank. Lux finally gets taken out. That's a big win there for the Soviets. I think the Germans need to fall back here. They cannot. Yeah, they realize they cannot fight that. They're doing a cautious retreat as fast as they can. So they're trying to grab as much territory as they can quick. But the Panzer Grenadier, this one armed with Gewehr 43s. This is just an overall good medium range squad. Tiger tank in the center. High explosive loaded. Takes out the team. I think the Panzer Grenadier should probably get behind cover. Heat shield loaded. It's aiming for the other one. Oh, it stopped it. It's pulling back. We also have an overblitz coming out for the Germans, probably to help repair the Tiger in case trouble happens around it. Well, the Tiger tank is definitely proving its worth here. That is a Stormtrooper? Yeah, we also have some SS Stormtroopers on the field. Unique, well not really unique, but elite assault infantry all SS commanders can get from their infantry tier building. Specialized in assaulting, as you can imagine. Can be equipped with full Sturmgewehrs actually, which is quite scary at Veterans 1. Panzer Grenadiers and Hauptsturmführer heading out. So it's a lag. Oh, yeah, Soviets actually do have the better AT grenades, which could be a problem here for the German tanks. But all the machine guns is just too much here, I feel. Tiger tank is being very, very dangerous.
We have more conscripts at our disposal.
Oh, we also have a Capitan arriving here for the Soviets.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Tiger tank is getting quite close here. Mthis did not penetrate. One Mthis taken out.
The enemy has silenced one of our anti-tank guns.
High explosive loaded by the Tiger. Ooh, heavy mortar landings with shots nearby. Oh, penetration on the Tiger tank. Forcing it back. Smoke popped. Panzergrenadier is moving up here. They're going for the mortar. But Maxim is pointing their way. Throwing them down. That's the Panzergrenadier squad. Stormtrooper is also running around. Mthis coming onto the field soon. Anti-forts are still in the center on this little, well, elevation, I think. Doesn't look like an elevation much. The Company Heroes free elevation is actually gonna matter a great deal, so that'll be exciting to see how the battles change. Doom Pioneers and over Blitz repairing the Tiger tank here. And Haustumfeuer with a DPM trying to do some work here. Unfortunately, most of his team is just armed with pistols, but he does have the DPM there. Tiger tank is almost ready again. There it goes, ready to lead the fight. Ooh, there's still a side blocker here. Ooh, it might clear the side blocker though. Ooh, mortar shell hits right on top of it, killing the top gunner. Like this heavy mortar is still not doing a lot of damage, but it's being a nuisance. Mthis opening fire. We know all rocket artillery is now not very accurate, but it's very good suppression right now. At least for Mthis. Tiger tank clearing out the other AT gun. Another Cisco has been pulled up. Panzergrenadier is moving forwards. Ooh, penetration from a Cis gun. I guess to back off again for repairs. Capitan also present. Ooh, mine went off still. There's still mines after all. Only killed one guy by the looks of it. Capitan's opening fire with his revolver. Probably a Nagant revolver, or whatever it's called. The one the Russian Empire used. Storms is pushing up, but there's a lot of rifle shots pointed at them. The battle atom going out, however. Stormtrooper is dead, however.
We've lost a squad of infantry.
The battle atom did not do that much. So we can quickly replenish that. A Blockmaster does have the advantage due to picking Rifle Commander that they just keep pumping conscripts out to shore up the front line. But despite being locked in less territory, they're still doing quite well holding on. Tiger tank is trying to lead the way forward again. And Mthis is going to open fire. MG-42s on the Tiger tank is doing a good job though. Oh, mobility lost! In 6 seconds it'll be immobilized. There we go. Not good for the German tank right there. However, we're quickly getting up here to fix the immobilization with the Open Blitz here. Except that didn't fix it, because it's not an engine problem, it's a track problem. Ooh, not good there. Artillery also being called in here by the Capitan. That's going to be a potential lot of heavy shells coming in. Going to be 122mm shells. Ranging shots going in. And a big artillery strike is about to land now. Oh, one shell hit straight in the Tiger tank, almost killing it. It's still alive, but barely. Like, it's still holding on. Oh, it's MG34 and the hull is doing its best. Going so much back and forth right there. Panzer is moving up. Tisk on another flank. Uberblitz moving up quickly. Yeah, the fixing engine does not work when it's a track, that's the problem. It's still alive though. Somehow. I guess it's just a Tiger being a Tiger today. Super opening fire, probably aiming for the other AT gun. All the Soviets down here. Well, AT gun got taken out as well as the building, so that was probably the opening they were waiting for. Soviets keep trying to man the AT guns though. And Tiger keeps lasting. Oh, he got signaled! Second Tiger is being prepared behind this, however. Scavenging going on now to get all the resources back they can from it. Yeah, 50 fuel, that's gonna be very handy. So is it still not teched up? They're still only on tier 2. They've been forced to be on tier 2 for a while. MG42 able to shoot fire, shoot on the mortar. That might be the death of the heavy mortar. Yeah, it's being mowed down. Service could always just be manned if they can get to that point. Oh, the heavy mortar is still being replenished from the base. And the Soviets are trying to do an infantry push here with the Maxim and the Capitan leading the way. And more Soviet infantry is ready to sacrifice themselves for the motherland. Artillery called in here by the Hauptsturmführer. Lots of MP4 just opening fire. The Tiger tank on the fields. Capitan getting very close here. MG42 on the Sukusufus is also able to fire now. And here's the other Tiger tank. We also have an SS outplan on the field, probably a good choice just to help supplement and keep behind the Soviets. Tiger tank leading the way. He needs some infantry support though. Where's the Panzer Grenadiers? Still replenishing. There's the MG42 now on top. So double MG44 and MG42 on the Tiger tank. That's a lot of machine guns. Doing high explosive shell for the mortar. It wants to take out the mortar. Ooh, almost dead. Main gun loader injured from the heavy mortar though. Actually, oh, mobility loss for the Sis. This Sis is getting a gun. Good shots in. And there goes another track. Yeah, I think they might need to rework this with engine repair because I don't actually think I see that many engine damages anymore. It's mostly the tracks. There's that mobility lost thing. Yeah, still trying it. Oh, this time it worked. Okay, I'm confused now how this works. How awkward. Panzer is moving upwards here. Getting suppressed. They just need to kill that Maxim gunner. Ooh, they got shot by explosive there from an artillery strike. Took us a first firing again. Probably aiming around here. Oh, I take out many of the assist guns. They were trying to set up a 100mm AT gun, but they got pinned by the Stukas. A 100mm AT gun will definitely keep a Tiger at bay. Just need to keep building it, because a Tiger is on the move. NT-42 also in the front here. It's gonna start straighting the sappers. Yeah, they're not gonna allow that thing to be set up. Got cancelled. Lots of Konskis running them up, but I think the MT-42 starts being too much here. You have mortars also getting some shots in still. Bang. So it's trying to set up a forward camp down here. Wonder why? What are they planning on doing? Was this gun and Maxim surviving? Lots of support teams arriving for the Soviets now to try and shore up the front line. Probably the kind of situation where being artillery commander would be a good idea, because you could pay in some initiatives to have 3 more men on each squad. On each support team, rather. Which can really buff their survivability, actually. Second Tiger tank being prepared, so we're going to have a lot of Tiger tanks moving up here for the Waffen-SS. Soviets have not had a single tank apart from the T-70.
Fresh conscripts have arrived.
So the Tigers all hold fire. Building high explosive shell now to deal with that Maxim. There we go, good shot, almost killing the Maxim entirely. There we go, clip them out of the machine gun. But the Sis is getting some good flanking shots in. Oh, almost killed that Tiger again. There we go. Forward HQ set up here by the Soviets. Not sure what for.
We have emergency reserves at the ready.
And the heavy mortar still putting shells in. I'm not sure what the Soviets could do at this point, really, to stop this. Because the Soviets are very spread out here. And double Tiger is very hard to deal with. Because first firing again.
Prepare for combat. Tiger tank is ready for action.
That's some good pinning. Here's the second Tiger. Technically a third Tiger, but now they have a Tiger battle group, basically. That's a lot of Tigers. 2 Tigers is a lot of Tiger to try and deal with. Soviets are still scattered around a little. Maxim got some eyes on the Aufklärer, forcing them back. Now let's see what the Waffen-SS will do with double Tiger. So far, not moving them to support one another. They're gonna need to keep an eye on where they have all the Sis guns pointed. And Soviets have spread out a lot of Sis guns after all. Tigers on the move. Heavy artillery strike being prepared here by the Soviets. Oh, Sis gun gets some good shots in. MT-42 cleared by one of the ranging shots. AT grenade going in on one of the Tigers, immobilizing it.
Stand ready. Prepare to execute.
And this Tiger's now stuck here.
They're scratching our pig. Taking empty fire.
Yeah, Soviets I don't think can do much here.
For action.
But the Tiger is in a pretty good position despite being immobilized. And the Heavy Mortar is just killing Soviets. Well, Panzer is trying to push up. Not really working out for them. More Panzer is flanking down here. Maxim's not turning. Ooh, Tiger gets taken out. Probably by an AT grade there from one of the conscripts. Sturmgewehr is now moving into the Maxim. Artillery in the center. And Sturmgewehr is now opening fire, they have to reload. Going down the Mthis team. I finally see the death of that Hauptsturmführer, but probably not, because conscripts suck at aiming. No use of the calm constantly yet by the Germans, despite having it. Excuse me, I've already recorded 3 of them today. I just had to get some water. Okay. Half class running ahead here. Launching a flare, good to see. So they're getting a sapper now, probably planning to finally take off if they can. They can manage. Oh, they're setting up the 100mm again. Okay. Makes sense. Took us the first firing. Cancelling it, good to see, because, yeah, with that coming in, you want to avoid that. There we go, setting up afterwards, nice. But they know that 100mm is going to be set up, though, so the Tiger's trying to act fast. Loading a high explosive shell, aiming for that mortar, finally. Ooh, it misses! I fear 100mm might actually manage to get set up. Oh! One mortar shell just destroys the mobility of the Tiger. There we go, immobilized.
Prepare for action.
100mm now is ready. That'll stop any German tanks from getting to the front here. Very long range, actually. Like, Tiger was almost in range of the 100mm. It is a very small 1v1 map, so...
We have lost the machine gun crew.
Looks like it's hard to just target everything at the moment, not just tanks. Oh, the Soviets don't have anything to stop the infantry this time. The Panzergrenadiers is running it forwards. There's a Maxim on the flank, though. And they're trying to clear out the crew of the 100mm. Ooh, not looking good here for the Soviets at all.
Squad awaiting orders.
Well, probably a good idea to give these guys the maintenance kit, because the durability of the heavy mortar is basically nothing at the moment. So one more explosion here and it'll fall apart. 4th Tiger tank prepared by the Germans. We have a lot of Tiger tanks here.
Prepare for action.
I think Stock could probably take up for the Panthers at this point. Safely. Ooh, good mode down there. Because it doesn't look like the Soviets are going to be able to go for any armor at this point. They've been on full fuel for some time now, I think. Soviets are relying entirely on being food at the moment. Where's the armor when they need it? Not anywhere they want. Not anywhere they seem to have need of it, evidently. I suppose that's also why they're playing rifle, because rifle is very good if you don't have a lot of fuel to work with, to my understanding. That you can just rely a lot more on infantry for everything. Because of who's firing again. Aiming around the 100mm. Got some good damage in. Didn't destroy it though. So that's secured much of the southern flank here, however.
Engineers ready for assignment.
And more Tigers are arriving in this battlefield. Oh, Cisco got a good shot in. Injuring the gunner. Overall, the Germans is actually starting to get overrun by attrition of the Soviets. There's just so many Soviets in the battlefield. I guess the power of the Soviets is just throw men at the problem. Hansby is holding on here with the Sturmgewehr. Tiger tanks preparing to move northwards, evidently. Probably aiming to take out these base structures, which already don't have a gunner anymore. Tiger tanks prepared to move down here as well. Prevents should have explosive through the hedge. Killing the conscript there. Tiger tank moving up here. They want to kill that heavy mortar, I feel like. Driver injured on the Tiger down here. The Cis guns actually being very good detriment to the Tiger tanks. Looks like the over blitz went down. Oh! Tiger tanks took a big shot there, forcing it to pull back. This flank is in range of the pillbox. Might actually be able to kill the gun on the pillbox. I looks like they're pulling back.
Fresh conscripts have arrived.
Ostwind now being prepared by the Germans. Probably intends to use the flak cannon to try and take out as much infantry and weapon teams as possible. Not sure what this Capitan is doing. Being out in the open like that. Tiger tank on the flank here. 100mm is still around. The Tiger tank cannot get too close. Now the Tiger tank is ready again. Took out the cover of the AT gun. Double Cis gun is in overarching fire though. Trying to hammer through the front of the Tiger. Northern Tiger's also still holding that position. Ostwind flanking the AT guns. I'll take out the conscripts first because they have an AT grade. Oh, Cis gun turned around though. Good attempt with the Ostwind though. And it has forced the Soviets to recalculate where they point some of the Cis guns. The Soviets still trying to push men to the front line here, but the Germans are just slowly creeping forward with the Tigers, I feel. Another 100mm AT gun being set up here. The Soviets are trying to prevent the Tigers from being a factor. They can probably overwhelm the Germans with infantry after that point if they can get that to succeed.
Replacements have arrived. Crew ready.
And the Cis gun being prepared. Germans still need to find a way to break through because those 100mm are definitely proved to be a problem. And the Maxes have prevented the German infantry from moving up as well.
Tank gun is ready for action.
Reloading that one. Nice. 100mm present. That Tiger wants to back off. Taking out the Cisco. Who's the first opening fire? Looks like it's aiming around here. Oh! Rocket hit straight into 100mm! That's exactly what the Tiger was wanting. But the Surge is gonna try and remand 100mm quick. It's been remanded. Oh, that's bad for the Tiger. If it would shoot, there we go. Dazing the crew. High explosive loaded. Kills it entirely. Nice. So I think the Germans are going to be able to pull through now. Need to take out the scissors. That scissors in a good position. Is blocking a lot of the black shots. So the Germans have to pull back though. This heavy mortar is still around somehow. This is being a surprisingly long match for a small 1v1 map. And the Soviets are just doing this without any tanks. They haven't even been able to take up. They have the means to take up, they just aren't doing it. Is that a Dushka? Ah, we're saying we sad to see Dushkas rolled onto the battlefield. Yeah, that's a Dushka. No, that's the, oh my god, I cannot pronounce that. The Stankovipe Hulimet? Which is supposed to be like a better version of the Maxim or something, like a modernized version. I wonder what the difference is between that and the Maxim, actually. Huh.
Machine gun ready.
It's using a Dushka model, though, so at least what I can tell. Tiger Tank is ready to move again. Another 100mm being set up. I think only certain commanders get access to this Stakovi Polimit. Ooh, grenades going out. Ooh, that's a Molotov on the Panzergrenadiers. They have to move quick. Nice, they dodged it. There's a lot of rifles still on them. They do getting a lot of kills though before they get mowed down. They need to get that one. Oh, good shot at 100mm butts. Engine is burning. Still the 100mm time to turn. It's gone. You might see that Tiger here. Yeah, Tiger down. Powered 100mm tank right there. 100mm gun right there. Germans actually have like no infantry left. Holy shit. How did that happen? So we're going for stormtroopers instead. And we're going for... Looks like an infantry veteran 1. So that might be full Sturmgewehrs on the stormtroopers for Stockton Mulvey in the future. So the Storm Pioneers is still trying to threaten on this flank. Not sure it's gonna work for long though, because there's just so many Soviets around. BPM grabbed off the ground here by the Sappers. Well, the Soviets have really proven that tenacity can really work to one's favor. We have seen a T-70 being recruited. Or acquisition, rather. T-70 of all things against Tigers. This should be fun. I think even the Ostwind's autocannon, the flak gun, can just chew through a T-70. That's it's a 3.7mm gun. That's a pretty big black gun. Maybe more takes out the pack crew. Hitting near the overblitz as well. So it's also pushing down here still. There's just enough German infantry in the field to stop this. Like Stockton Mulvey has somewhat been bled dry. by the Soviets, which is an impressive show of how the Soviets actually play. Just by using tenacity and the 100mm AT guns and SIS guns and everything, they managed to stave off the Germans for a while. Stormtroopers are getting fully replenished again, and they have been armed with full Sturmgewehrs. That's gonna make them a very lethal squad at medium range. Tiger tank on the northern flank, missed the shot against the T-70. T-70 is a small target, so can't really fault them for that. A heavy mortar is eventually 4 at this point. Probably give them the Heroes of the Soviet Union and firing drills or something. But I would also give them the maintenance kit they needed. Soldiers are trying to push up here. They're firing at long range though. They want to get a little bit closer. But there's too much DPM fire. And the machine guns as well. There's just too much here for the Germans to deal with. Who's firing again? Probably aiming around here. Yep. Didn't hit a lot, but it's still good. Got more stormtroopers. It looks like Dr. Mulvey is transitioning into stormtrooper play. They are expensive, but they are probably what they need to push up. Probably get them around the flank here, actually. Stormtroopers are best on the flanks, I find. Well, just getting into the weak points of the enemies where you want them. Tiger tank up here still around. Oh, looks like the Germans might prepare to move into this part of the base. They're going through the north. I suppose that's a viable thing to do. We're still getting some good shots in. Captain I don't think can win this engagement at all. Blitz got hit by a mortar shell. He's 70 going into the German base. Cheeky. But the Tiger is around. As Dr. Mulvey is investing a lot of munitions into this because it requires 100 munitions to arm the squad fully with Sturmgewehrs. It's not a cheap thing to do. Where is this Tiger tank gonna go is the question. The Ostwind could push on the northern flank here to be a problem. Of course, he doesn't know that the Soviets don't have anything to cover it. B4! We're gonna see a fucking B4! Man, this battle has lasted so long. The Soviets, despite having like no armor, is getting the heaviest guns. This is very funny. I guess Soviet rifles proving they can fight, despite the lack of armor. 100mm AT gun can hit the Tiger. There we go, got a good shot on the Tiger there. T-70 pushing forwards. Probably not to fight it once. T-70, Ostwind is actually not able to penetrate so far. Surprising. I did not expect the T-70 to actually be able to survive Ostwind's shot. Oh, there we go. One penetrated. Ulwang down, and there you go. That one's down. But the B4 is ready. Oh my god, this battle's actually turned around. I really love that this is proof Soviet attrition. Good play on Blockmaster's part, like really showcasing Soviet attrition works. Just need to figure out where to fire this, probably around the Tiger when they spot it. Some ARF class also being called in here by the Mthis again.
Jawohl, will do. Taking fire! Taking fire!
Mthis is also coming in off flank. They took out the heavy mortar finally. Oh, Siskan got a good shot on the flank there.
Ready for combat.
New overblitz being prepared. There's a first firing again.
All of our troops have been lost.
Let's see what they decide to do next. I'm still waiting to see where that B4 will fire.
One of our AT guns has been neutralized.
And the Cuts just keep manning equipment on the front line again. Good to see. Birds, Stormtroopers. Yeah, so Stalker is going full on Stormtrooper at the moment.
Prepare to execute.
Tiger has to be cautious. Gonna keep this B4 selected so we can see when it fires. Oh, they use the ARF class to keep an eye on in front of the Tiger. Very smart. They are going out here from the ARF class. B4 firing. Probably aiming around the Tiger. Just behind it.
One of our anti-tank guns.
And our stock now knows there's a B4. Which means they have to relocate quick. Figure out where the shells are gonna land. Moving everything northwards, good to see. Out of the potential range. But 100mm gets a shot in then. Mobilization lost on the Tiger. Losing his tracks right there, but it's not the worst position to be in. Well, I guess there's Siskan aiming at it.
Brave infantry have made the ultimate sacrifice.
But the German infantry is nearby to hold it. Looks like the Germans just need to get this thing repaired quick. Ostwind is making a move now. It's gonna go for the base defenses, which are already being crew cleared.
Ready for further orders. Suppressive fire! Excellent.
And here's all the Soviet infantry.
Infantry alert. Achtung, be ready.
Oh, Blackmaster actually managed to do a cutoff there. Very smart. Too bad he does have close to pocket. Ooh, Soviet base is taking losses now. I think this might be the end of the Soviets thanks to Ostwind getting into the base. Very hard fought battle though by the looks of it.
Infantry squad.
I don't think Stock expected that the Soviet rifle commander from Blackmaster was able to hold on this long. Like, I certainly not expected that the Soviet attrition power would really sustain them in this kind of situation, but it did.
The enemy is attacking our HQ. Crew ready. Gunner hit.
Oh, and actually killed the gunner. Good job, T-70. But the Soviets really need the equipment they really have need of at the moment. 100mm is still operational.
Engineers are standing by.
Didn't penetrate this time. Lucky for the Tiger.
Taking empty fire.
Ooh, but the Soviets, I think this might be the end of them if that Tiger gets into the base. Nothing on the northern flank here could stop it. Yeah, because the 100mm cannot aim far enough, I think. They cannot.
One of our AT guns.
T-70 is being very brave here. Yeah, and that bravery gets them killed. B4 is trying to turn, but it doesn't have... It's not ready to fire yet. It still has like 45 seconds before it can fire again.
A squad of infantry has been killed.
And Germany's just going to destroy the Soviet base now and win this game. It's been a very hard fought fight though. I'll say that. Most thing gets taken out.
We have lost the machine gun crew.
Like, very well played from Blockmaster, I'd certainly say that. And good job to stop the Molly from getting through this. Seems like they found the weak point up here, which was kind of what the Soviets were not needing. Was this guy a good shot in, actually? There's still one base structure left. Now it's like a machine guns. They're gonna great assault it. Oh, and that'll do it! And that's a victory for the Germans. That was a really tough battle by the looks of it. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one, everyone. Bye bye!